Mr. Pappas is, I think, next, right?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and to the ranking member for holding this legislative hearing. I'm pleased we have a number of great bills on the agenda here today, including two bills that I've offered. The first is H.R. 3582, which would be a much-needed step forward toward equality by amending VA's definition of a minority group member to include lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender veterans. The VA's Center for Minority Veterans was established in 1994 to ensure that all veterans receive equal access to services and benefits regardless of their race, origin, religion, or gender. They conduct targeted outreach promoting VA benefits to minorities, establish and improve VA programs for the specific needs of minorities, and receive and assess complaints of minority veterans. Unfortunately, the center was established during the Don't Ask, Don't Tell era, and the definition of a minority group member did not include any reference to LGBTQ veterans. While VA does certainly provide service and conduct outreach to these veterans, they do not have an official home in VA policy. This bill would right that wrong, and I was pleased to see the VA does not object to this legislation. My second bill, the Bipartisan Burial Equity for Guards and Reserves Act of 2020, does exactly what the title indicates. It ensures that the honorably discharged men and women of our National Guard and Reserve components can be laid, can be laid to rest at state veteran cemeteries. Under current law, in order to be buried in a cemetery under the control of the VA's National Cemetery Administration, a veteran must meet certain requirements. Broadly speaking, they must receive an other than honorable discharge and serve at least one complete period of active duty. Most states own and operate their own state veteran cemeteries and can determine their own policies about who qualifies for interment. But as soon as these state veteran cemeteries accept grant money from NCA, which most do, they have to abide by NCA's policy and definition on who qualifies as a veteran. My bill doesn't force VA to modify its policy on interment in their cemeteries, nor does it force state veteran cemeteries to inter anyone they don't choose to. It simply says that a state veteran cemetery, if they choose to inter an honorably discharged member of the Guard and Reserve or their spouse, their federal grant money can't be withheld. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.